Sorry, I guess lots.
Are you okay today?
Yes.
Okay. Kami tapos tulo sama. Yes, Mr. Still under oath, ma'am?
Yes.
My Lord, before I proceed, Mr. Advocate Mnisi rather would like to address the court.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
My Lord, I wish to bring it to the attention of the court that there are some concerns that Mr. Mnube also wishes through me
Yeah.
to bring to the attention of the court.
Yes.
Number one, it's the issue about their inability or his inability to bath in the morning due to the fact that they do not have warm water, or in the cell where he's accommodated there's no warm water. And he is informing me that that has been the case since the beginning of the winter. And when he brings that to the attention of the authorities at the prison, they are saying to him that there's nothing that they can do about it, but that he should know that if he decides to use cold water, he will be doing it at his own risk. And if he gets flu, they would not be taking him to a hospital or to a clinic or wherever. That was just the first concern. And he's saying that since Thursday, because of the weather condition, he has not been able to bath. He would normally take risk on other days when the weather conditions are a little bit manageable, but because of the fluctuation of the weather this weekend, he has not been able to take a bath. That was just the first point. Then the second point is his continued incarceration in the solitary confinement. Well, I mean, for better word, I would use it solitary confinement because he's in a cubicle there at cell, what's the place again? At CMAX, where he is not entitled to make cell phone calls, calls to his family. He has got no amenities like the television or radio. He's just stuck alone there. He does not speak to a person or whatever. He's only entitled to make calls, I think it's once or twice a month. Yes. And when he brings that to the attention of the prison authorities, they are saying that him being kept in that facility or in such a facility is as a result of this case. And he just informed me that when he raised them with when he raised this concern with the prison authorities, they are saying that even this court is aware that he should be kept in there because of the case that is ongoing, the matter that we are busy with, my Lord. So, and he has actually indicated to me, and I can confirm that in terms of me receiving instructions from him, it's difficult. It's difficult because it's like he's in a no man's land, being kept alone. I think that is akin to Guatemala prison. I think that's the way that I used the other time. But that position still persists, my Lord. So basically, he says to me, if this situation were to allow to continue like this, he will find it very tough and difficult to come to court and specifically to come and give me instructions in order for his defense. And further on, my Lord, he's requested me to implore this court because he's also got an injury on his right arm. I think it was a fractured bone. So that also exacerbates the issue of him having to use cold water So, but then he's saying to me that I should implore this court to pardon him tomorrow because he needs to go to the clinic tomorrow. I think he's got an appointment. If this court were to delay in terms of its starting time, my lord, it says somewhere around 11 or 11:30. Those are the concerns that he has, my lord. And then I said to him, I would suggest that because that is beyond my control, that is also beyond the control of the court, probably the court would use its inherent jurisdiction and the powers that the court has to summon Mr. Kebengu, the gentleman that he normally speaks to come and explain himself as to the position here. Because he has been in that solitary confinement for almost 4 years. And he tells me that people who get kept in that facility are people who commit offenses whilst they've actually been incarcerated and convicted, like people who assault other prisoners and people who disobey the laws of prison. And that gets written down as a record. But insofar as he is concerned, that is not the case. They are just saying the reason why he's kept there is because of this ongoing case. It's basically a punishment, when in terms of this case, is presumed innocent until found guilty by this court, my lord. But apparently they have decided to find him guilty even before this case can be finalized. Those are the concerns, my lord, that he said I should bring to
Who
the
is
attention.
Mr. Kebengu?
Mr. Kebengu, I think it's one of the headmasters of the prison there. I don't know what really his title
So you want
is.
us to talk to him?
I've spoken to him on a number of occasions, my lord, but as of late, he has decided no longer to pick up my calls. And each time you come here, Mr. Mnube raises some concerns. I'm unable to deal with those concerns, my lord. So I said the best thing, in the interest of administration of justice, in the interest of fairness and equity, that I should bring his complaints to the attention of the court, because there's a mention of the fact that apparently his incarceration in that cubicle, this court is also aware of. I'm not so sure whether when he refers to this court, he personally refers to the court that I'm addressing now, or the court as an institution, my lord. I'm just not aware of that.
Okay. Mr. Baloyi, is it possible to call that very gentleman, Mr. Kebengu?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. My lord, I've intimated to my learned friends that in light of the fact that these concerns are being brought to our attention for the first time, I'm talking about the first and the second one, that we will ask the investigating team to take up this matter with the head of prison regarding the lack of warm water. It is something we're not aware of. As far as the conditions of his detention are concerned, my lord, that has been brought to the attention of the court before, but the fact that he's being held in a cubicle, it's something, as far as I'm aware, something new that we will also
Can you call this gentleman?
have investigated, my lord.
When can you call him?
We will ask that he be contacted during the course of the day, and hopefully he'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Is that okay, Mr. Mnisi?
I think that would be in order, my lord.
Okay.
My lord, if I may also bring it to the attention of the court that the accused number 5, my lord, is also in the same prison, is also encountering the same problem of not being able to bath in the morning. As a result, he will not be able to attend court because there is no warm water there, my lord.
So is it still under the jurisdiction of the same gentleman, Kebengu?
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
Thank
We'll
you.
hear what he says tomorrow.
With due respect, my lord, may I suggest that I think it's only a kilometer or two away from where we seated. Probably in the meantime, I realize that his colleagues are here. They can try to give him a ring and find out if he's amenable to come today, so that we attend to this matter once and for all, my lord, so that tomorrow we know that the problem has already been resolved today, and then we proceed today, and then we continue to proceed tomorrow as well. I don't see any reason why we cannot try to find him today to come to court today, unless he has got other professional commitments, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi, is it possible to phone that gentleman?
We'll make our best endeavors to secure his attendance today, my lord.
Okay, fine. All right.
It's the court, my lord.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, the court, please, my lord. My lord, at this stage, we will refer the court to an exhibit that was handed to the court earlier, Exhibit GG1, as well as Exhibit G2.
Exhibit GG1
Indeed, so.
and Exhibit 2.
GG2, indeed, so, my lord.
GG1 and GG2.
Indeed, so. Bring that one back. GG. Move 205 of accused number 3. Ma'am, do you have the document in front of you?
Yes, I do.
And then can you identify the first document or the first page?
This is a Section 205 subpoena.
Section 205.
And then who was it addressed to?
It was addressed to Pietro Heineke, who's the manager of my department at
Right.
Vodacom.
Yathingile kuPetra Heneke manager yakhe eVodacom.
And then what was the nature of the request?
The nature of the request actually was in terms of attempted murder and unlicensed firearm.
Athiwa ke uhlobo ke lalesicelo ukuhambelana nokuzama ukubulala nokuba nesibhamu esingekho emthethweni.
For a Phosphorus CAS 103-12-2014.
Athiwa icala ke i-103 12 2014 lase Phosphorus.
With a GP Joburg reference number 50 of 3-2015.
And then Johannesburg to 50 of 3 2014.
Data was requested
Bacelwa ke i-data lapho.
on cell phone number 072
Kule number elandelayo 072
766
766
8169
8169
for the period 23 October 2014
qala ke isikhathi usuku kamhla 23 October 2014
to 25 January 2015.
ukuyofika umhla 25 kuJanuary 2015.
Thank you. And then who was the investigating officer?
Bani wenza wayenza uphenyo lapho?
Constable Dlamini.
Kwaku Constable Dlamini.
And then page 2. What is the station and case?
This, it's Phosphorus CAS 103-12-2014.
Athiwa i-Phosphorus case 103 of 12 2014.
And then was it signed by the prosecutor?
Kuyasana yini umshushisi?
Yes.
Wathi yebo.
Are you able to place the name of the prosecutor on record?
Gama lomshushisi?
Madikona Isaac Ramondo.
The first name is pretty illegible, but the last two names is Isaac Ranondo.
Okay. And at the bottom of the page on the right, was it also issued by the magistrate?
Yes.
Athi yabo lapha phansi iyabonakala ukuthi imantshi yasayinda lapha.
On which date?
5 March 2015.
Ngomhla 5 March 2015.
And then on the third page, that exhibit, can you identify that page?
This is the 205 requesting the data.
Oy 205 ike ekhasini lesithathu 205 ecela idata.
And then page 4?
Kasilesine.
Page 4 indicates the CAS number together with the investigating officer's details and address.
Lapha ikhipha ke inombolo yeqala ne futhi ke nemniningwane kamseshi nekheli lakhe.
And it was also signed by the magistrate.
Futhi ke nayo ke isayiniwe umagistrate.
Okay. Now let's move to proceed to exhibit G2. Can you recognize that document?
I need G2. Okay. All right. G2 is my statement.
Is G2 is statement isami.
Then did you sign the statement?
It was signed in this statement.
Yes, I have.
Was it commissioned?
Yes, it has been.
When was it commissioned?
On the 10th of May 2024.
May 2024.
Who was the commissioner of oath?
Bradley Albert Smith.
Who was Commissioner Bradley Albert Smith?
And then the first, can we proceed now to place the contents of the statement into the record?
I, Pinky Rassia Vaithalingam, the undersigned, state under oath. I am an adult female employed at Vodacom in the capacity of supervisor, forensic liaison services.
Athi lapha uthi mina Pinky Rassia Vaithalingam imina ke o shoyo lana o uthatha isifungo sokuthi ke mina ngumuntu omdala usenza Vodacom and umsebenzi wami uba usupervisor forensic liaison services.
The facts herein contained are to the best of my knowledge and believed true and correct. I am making the statement knowing that if it is tendered in evidence, I will be liable to prosecution if I willfully stated anything I know to be false or which I do not believe to be true.
Ngibonga ngibhale lana ngingazi kuyiqiniso futhi ke ngithi ngiyazi ukuthi uma kuwukuthi khona okungelona iqiniso ngizobe nginecala ngaphansi komthetho.
Vodacom is an electronic communications service provider duly licensed by the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa and operate electronic communications network, in brackets Vodacom network, throughout South Africa and some parts of Africa. Section 15 in brackets 1 of the ECT Act makes reference to and governs the admissibility of data messages. Data messages is defined to mean data generated, sent, received, or stored by electronic means and includes a voice where the voice is used in an automated transaction and a stored record. It is clear that Section 50 in brackets 1 governs data messages, which includes call messages, SMSs, and other information such as email, thereafter referred to as call data related information.
Ke Vodacom ke inkampani esebenza ukuxhumanisa ngezingcingo nokuthwala ke imilayezo ehamba ngedata. Lapha usection 15:1 of umthetho ohambelana nokuxhumana ngezingcingo uyakhuluma ke lapha ukuthi uma kukhulunywa ngedatha kukhulunywa nganoma yikuphi okwenziwa okwakhiwayo okuthunyelwayo nokwamukelayo imishini yokuxhumana ngezingcingo lapho ke idata ke kuthiwa ihamba izihambela kungekho owenza ukuthi ehambe and futhi ke nokuthi igcinwe and futhi lokhu kubhalwe ngaphansi kwa section 15.1 komthetho ke olawula ukusetshenziswa kwalokho okuhlanganisa nemlayezo ama SMS noma nezinto ezifana noma email ezihamba ngayo ngemishini eyomakhalekhukhwini.
Call data-related information is obtained from the Network Event Monitoring System, which we call NEMO, currently housing live data of all activity on a SIM card or handset routed through the Vodacom network. Since this information is only retained for a period of 3 years, data requested for a time period preceding this cannot be retrieved from the system. Once Vodacom receives a request to access and supply an extract of call data, related information from a law enforcement agency, this extract is permanently electronically archived. Call data related information is generated in a PDF format, stored and communicated by the service and cannot be altered, manipulated, or tampered with by anyone while on the service. The manner in which the integrity of the call data is maintained is considered reliable and contemplated in Section 50 of 3 of the Act.
Idatha yonke nolwazi olutholakala lwezingcingo zilukhishwa emshinini okuthiwa Events Monitoring System ebizwa ngokuthi mina gcine konke okwenzeka ngaphakathi kwezingcingo and futhi kumikhishwa le information yonke kukhishwa ke kufakwe efayilini ekuthiwa uhlobo lwe-PDF esithile lolu hlobo lolalo kwazi ukuthi lungaguqulwa and okusho ukuthi ke okulethwe ngayo lolo hlobo kuyakwazi ukuthi kunesiqiniseko sokuthi kungalendlela okungayo indlela ke okwenziwa ukuthi kugcinwe idata ukuthi ingaguquki kulawulwa usection 15.3 womthetho.
NEMO adheres to the security requirements stipulated in Vodacom's security policy and procedures. A firewall is in place to separate NEMO from the Vodacom network, with only the necessary ports open to communication. Access to NEMO is controlled via a secure APN, limiting access to specific authorized users only. All access to NEMO is logged and a full audit trail of all operations performed by any authorized user stored. To ensure data integrity and completeness, file and record level checking with full auditing is done. Automated system alerts are also in place to monitor system processes and distribute notifications to authorized personnel where intervention is required. All system processes are further monitored through daily operational checks.
So lapho ke inimo yana kukhona ke indlela ebekwe ngayo ukuthi ivikeleke njengokuthi ke kukhona leminyango lena evimbela abangavinayo imvume ukuthi bangene kunimo kungene kuphela laba abanemvume ukuthi bangene ukuyongena lapho kunimo uvikele ngaloko kuthiwa iAPN enza ukuthi abangenayo bangene uma kuphela benikwe imvume ukuthi bangene and futhi ke ukungena kunimo konke kuyabhalwa ukuze ke ongenayo kwazi ukuthi ungenile waphinde futhi wafike wenzani la ngaphakathi kunimo and futhi ke konke lokhu kuyagcina ukuze uma kudingeka emva kwesikhathi kutholakala kusho khona ke indlela ke ezikhona ezisetshenziswayo zokuthi kuzama ukuthi ngazo zonke izikhathi kube nemibiko ethunyelwayo echazayo ukuthi kwenzekeni kula kulomshini and futhi kwenzeke nini uma kuloku kusetshenzwa.
I am responsible for inter alia the supply of information and call data on the Vodacom network pursuant to requests received from the South African police, law enforcement agencies, and other institutions. This certifies that Vodacom has received a subpoena in terms of Section 205(1) of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 51 of 1977, from SAPS, with GP Joburg 5003-2015, Fosloris Cas 103-12-2014, from Constable Dlamini. It pertains to 072-766-8169.
So lana mina umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngilethe lonke ulwazi olucelwayo uma ukuthi licelwe isiphoyisa sase eMzansi futhi ke nabanye ke banemvume ukuthi banganikwa lolwazi abaludingayo. Lokhu ke kulethe isiqiniseko sokuthi kwatholakala isubpoena ngaphansi ka Section 205 ngaphansi komthetho iCriminal Procedure Act number 51/1977 evela ku SAPS kuhambisana necala GP JHB 5003-2015 neFosloris Case 103 of 12/2015. Lokhu ke kwalethwa uConstable Dlamini.
Okay, I want to show you an extract from Exhibit 01, page 41.
Exhibit
01.
01.
Indeed, so my lord. It's an affidavit by Colonel Stein.
Oh, I see.
Page 41. The number that you just placed on record on your affidavit, does it correspond with the number that I highlighted on page 41?
Yes, it does.
Athi yebo lezi number lezi ziyahambisana le number evela ku page 41 nale unginike namanje.
And then the name that is appearing on Exhibit 01, can you please on record?
Mtobisi Gadia Nkube.
Kuthiwa ke igama ke elivela lapho igama lika Mthobisi Gadla Mncube.
Thank you. Then you can proceed to get your affidavit.
The following extract was prepared: a list of MOC made from the SIM card, which is outgoing calls, a list of MTC, which is incoming calls, a list of all calls made and received by the SIM card, the location of the persons when making and receiving the calls, a list of incoming and outgoing SMS transactions, voicemail transactions, in the case where the mobile station was not available, GPRS data, subscriber registration details, as well as a MSISDN profile. Call data supplied for within the requested period, exhibiting communication between parties. Enclosed is the MSISDN profile, reflecting the dates used on the Vodacom network. Contents of SMSs and WhatsApp messages do not reflect on the set of data. WhatsApp communication is stored under GPRS data. No distinction is made between calls and messages.
Thoke okuceliwe ke lana ukuthi kufuna ukutholakala imininingwane yonke ikhombisa izingcingo ezingenile nezingcingo eziphumile nazo zonke ingcingo ezikhona ukuthi wayelaphi lo muntu wayenza ucingo ngesikhathi eshaya futhi ke nokuthi ke oma SMS angenile naphumile angakanani and kunokuthi kunama message amangaki ama voice message ne GPRS data futhi ke ne subscriber registration na MSI
MSISDN.
Yeah, MSISDN futhi ke kuchazayo ukuthi kukhunyilunye kangakanani phakathi kwabantu and nokuthi ke kwenzwa ngaziphi insuku and nokuthi ke kwakuyi kunama message ke WhatsApp nama SMS ukuthi awabonakali ngoba wona ahlala ngaphansi kwe GPRS kodwa ke futhi ke kuthiwa what is the last one? No
GPRS.
Yes.
Subscriber registration and MSISDN profile.
Twaga wakho kama GPRS ne subscriber information profile. Ozangitholakala lokho. Kuthiwa i-call data ke yalethwa ngalelo sikhathi ke ekhombisa ukukhuluma phakathi kwabantu ikhona ke la kulo mbiko lena echaza ukuthi ke isikhathi nensuku zasejiswaneni ngaphansi ke kwezingcingo zase Vodacom and futhi la kufaka nokuthi ke kwaba na SMS amangaki nama WhatsApp amangaki kodwa ke lawo ke awabonakali kwi data ne WhatsApp communication yona kuthiwa igcinwa ngaphansi kwe GPRS and akukho mehluko phakathi kwamakholi nemilayezo ethunyelwe.
Okay, then gives you the cell phone number again, which is 072
Ileta futhi ne cell phone number ke 072
766
766
8169.
8169.
It then says data was requested from 23 October to 2014 to 25 January 2015.
Kuthiwa ke lapho kuyasho ukuthi idata yacelwa isuka kumhla 23 October 2014 kuyofika kumhla 25 kuJanuary 2015.
The relevant printout is here to annexed and constitutes a data message in terms of Section 15 of the Act. The information that appears on said printouts reflects electronic representations described as data in the Act. It also represents data generated, sent, received, or stored by electronic means and or stored record as contemplated in the definition of data message in the Act.
Kuthiwa ke lapha ke le printout exhunywe lapha ke kuthiwa ke iyachaza ukuthi ifaka konke okungabizwa nje ukuthi imilayezo yedata engaphansi kwa section 15 yomthetho and lonke kulwazi olukhona lapha kuthiwa luhambelana nokuthi luyimilayezo yedata eyatholakala noma eyagcinwa emshinini and futhi ke egcinwe njengoba ichaziwe njengokuthi iyimilayezo yedata imichazwa emthethweni.
Thank you. I see on the bottom right there's a case ID. Can you place it on record?
Case ID 577930.
Try case ID 577930.
And the annexure that is annexed there too, does it have a case ID?
Yes.
Can you place the case ID on record?
It's the same case ID 577930.
Tshwane sisithasisela ke esikhona lapho sinale case number ebhaliwe lapha 577930.
Can we proceed now to the annexure? What is the first page of the annexure?
The first page, which is on page 6, is the handset profile.
Kuthiwa ke lapha ke ekhasini lesithupha i-handset profile.
Okay.
The,
Yes. Before we deal with the annexure, can you deal with the terminology that is also attached into your statement in paragraph 9?
do you want me to read all of it?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Maybe we can read 10 and then.
So the explanation is on page 3. We start at the top with hash 31 hash, which is a number hiding or to hide your number. Star 100 hash is balance checks for prepaid subscribers. Star 111 hash is my phone. Star 111 star 500 hash data bundle balance inquiry. Star 111 star 502 hash comprehensive balance inquiry. Star 120 star premium rated WASP applications. Star 130 star 0 rated for financial institutions. Star 140 star please call me services. 100 is recharges. 110 customer direct, sorry, my mistake. 110 direct inquiries. 111 customer care. 112 emergency services. 113 electronic recharges. 114 customer care. 121 voicemail. AMA is automatic message accounting, which is, in other words, is incoming and outgoing call data. APP protocol identifies the type of internet traffic, identifying things like apps, browsing, DNS connects. BWKS is a BroadSoft or BroadWorks platform, generates CDR. CDR refers to call data records. Events for OneNet Business, VB VoIP, OneNet Express, and Office telephony call data. Bytes, download link, the volume or quantity of data measured in bytes that was downloaded to the user's device from the server. Bytes uplink, the volume of quantity of data measured in bytes as well, of data that was uploaded from the user's device to the server. Call date refers to the date the calls were received or made. Call time refers to the time the calls were received or made. Cell ID refers to the base station code. Cell name refers to the base station when receiving and making calls. CF, call forwarding. This means the cell phone was not answered and the call went through to voicemail, or the phone was switched off and the call was directed to voicemail or the phone was diverted. Shall I go on? Converse, a voicemail, in brackets 121, initiate call to another subscriber using the Converse platform. Duration refers to the seconds of receiving or making the calls. ECI, Earth-centered inertial. The U-Trans cell identification, which is used to identify a call uniquely within a public land mobile network, which in brackets is PLMN. EU-Tran is the air interface of 3GPP's long-term evolution, in brackets LTE, upgrade path for mobile networks. It is the abbreviation for Evolved UMTS, terrestrial radio access, also referred to as 3GPP work item on LTE. GPRS is General Packet Radio System, its Internet Data Connection Stream. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP content type is the type of content that was rendered, that is image, text, or tags. HTTP host is the host server that served the web element. HTTP URL is the unique website address that was visited by the subscriber. A uniform resource locator is a specific character string that constitutes a reference to the resource. ICCID, International Chip Card ID. This is basically the serial number of the SIM card. The IMEI is the International Mobile Equipment Identity. This refers to the unique serial number of the handset, of which Vodacom only uses the first 14 digits to identify that handset. In order to see your IMEI, you can dial #06# from a handset on the Vodacom network to receive the handset serial number. IMSI, International Mobile Subscriber Identity. It's an electronically allocated serial number of a SIM card. IP is Internet Protocol. IVR is Interactive Voice Response. An example is welcome to directory inquiries, and you are number 10 or 56 in the queue. LAT refers to latitude. It's a measure of a location's distance north or south of the equator, expressed in degrees. Longitude is a measure of locations' distances east or west of the prime meridian, expressed in degrees as well. MMS is a multi-messaging service. MOC, mobile originating call, which is, in other words, an outgoing call. MOSMS is a short message service originating, in other words, an outgoing SMS. MSISDN refers to the Mobile Subscriber Integrated Services Digital Network. This is the SIM card number, as an example, is either 082 or 0872. MTC is mobile terminated call, which refers to an incoming call. MTSMS refers to a short message service terminating, in other words, incoming SMSs. Other party is the number of the other party when making or receiving a call. PCM is please call me services. PDP is a packet data protocol. P2P protocol is peer-to-peer protocol, identifies the classification of traffic based on the packet inspections. PIN, that's your personal identification number. PUC is your personal unblocking key. Server IP address is the unique Internet Protocol address of the server until that responded with the web element. SS activation, that's a supplementary service activation. SSD activation is a supplementary service deactivation. SS interrogation is used by a subscriber to check settings, example, clip, call forwarding, settings, etc. SS registration is a supplementary service for registration. Subscriber IP address, the unique Internet Protocol address of the subscriber that downloaded the web elements. A numerical label assigned to each device participating in a computer network that uses the Internet Protocol for communication. Tap in is roaming on a foreign network. Tap out is a foreign subscriber utilizing the Vodacom network data services. Third party is when party A calls party B, generating a MOC. Party B's phone has an automatic call forwarding to another number, generating a CF. The call forwarding will have a MOC party B and its party A. There will be a new party B. The call forward number and the original caller, in brackets party A of the MOC, will be in the third party. Total duration is based on the session determined by the network platform.
Lokho bekuchazwa lapha ke bekuchazwa izincazelo zezifinyezo ezisetshenziswayo kuma network amaselula futhi namagama obuchwepheshe amaningi asetshenziswayo. Ngingenza isibonelo lana ukuthi uma kuthiwa CF bachaza ukuthi i-call ingenile kodwa ke yangakwazi ukuthi yamukelwe kwase ke kushiwa i-message. Uma bekhuluma ngoma call duration bachaza ukuthi imizuzwana emingaki i-call ikhona. Uma bekhuluma ngoma LTE bakhuluma ngo long term evolution. Konke ke lokhu kuchaza amagama obuchwepheshe asetshenziswayo.
It continues on the next page. Hash 3 hash. It's actually duplicated. It's a number hiding. Traffic type. Audio or video identifier for common apps. Example, WhatsApps. USSD is an unstructured supplementary service data, interactive network function. Example, *140 *082, which identifies or means a please call me. UTRAN, I will explain again, is a collective item for the Node Bs and radio network controllers. which make up the UMTS radio access network. This communication network commonly referred to as 3G. VoIP is voice over internet protocol, call data. VoLTE is voice over long-term evolution. Web is web enhanced data record. And Wi-Fi is local area wireless technology.
Qhubekile phambili nokuchaza amanye amagama abekwelinye ikhasi amagama obuchwepheshe asetshenziswayo uma kuma network amaselula.
Let's go, please. Now let's proceed to the annexure on page 6.
So on page 6, we have the handset usage.
Lapha ekhasini lesithupha kuyabonakala ukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini ibaphi abasetshenziswa.
For 072
inombolo yakhona ku-072
766
766
8169.
8169.
And then this extract, which stream is it from?
Page 6 is from the AMA stream.
Bathi-ke iphuma-ke kumkhakha we-AMA.
And then the second last column, it says handset model. Can you elaborate that?
Second last column.
Yes.
Handset mobile, that refers to the make and the model of the handset.
Bathi-ke lapha ekugcineni kuchaza ukuthi ilophi uhlobo nokuthi imodeli yiphi-ke yale cellphone umakhalekhukhwini osetshenziswa.
And then the third line from the bottom, the date is 19 August 2014. Can you place that information on record?
The third line from the bottom gives us the IMEI number, which is 3589 8605 839543 with IMSI number 6550 1224 9151 373. The start date was 19th August 2014 at 21:40:07. End date was 19th August 2014 at 22:09 22 seconds. There were 9 successful activities. It is a prepaid number and it's a Nokia 105 handset.
Kuthiwa lapha kulo mugqa kuchazwa ukuthi kwakusetshenziswa muphi umakhalekhukhwini. Kuphinde kuchazwe nokuthi i-IMEI number yakhe lo makhalekhukhwini kwakuyini. Iphinde ichaze futhi-ke nokuthi kwakungumhla ka-19 ku-August 2014 ngesikhathi sika-21:47 kuyofika mhla ka-19 August ngayo 2014 isikhathi sesifike lapha ku-22:09 22 seconds. Kuyabonakala ukuthi kube nokuthintana isikhathi izihlandla ezingaba zisishiyagalolunye nokuthi-ke ifoni-ke yayisetshenziswa lapho kwakuyi-Nokia 105.
The next column.
The next column is the same MSISDN with a different IMEI, which is 3567 2305 064428. The IMSI number remains the same, 6550 12249 151373. That date is from the 17th of September 2014, 21:05:46 seconds. The end date is 17:09:2014, 21:44:04 seconds. 7 successful activities, a prepaid number as well, and a Nokia 306 Usher was the handset.
Kuthiwa ke lapha ke kuyabonakala ukuthi kwasetshenziswa le number kodwa ke sisebenza ngenye i-IMEI number. I-IMEI number ebisetshenziswa manje beku 3567 2305 064428. Kodwa ke iMZI yana kuyabonakala ukuthi kuse iyona le yangaphambilini 6550 12249 15373. Toko kumhla 17 kuSeptember 2014, isikhathi kwaku 21:05:46, and futhi ke ukugcina ke kwale call kwakumhla 17:09:24, isikhathi kwaku 21:04:04, and kuthiwa kuyabonakala ukuthi kwathintwana isikhathi ezisikhombisa kusetshenziswa i-prepaid. Umakhalekhukhwini osetshenziswa lapho kwaku i-Nokia 306.
The last entry?
The last entry, the MSISDN, remains the same. The IMEI number has changed to 3597 9605 029790. The IMSI number remains the same. This was used from the 19th of September 2014 at 20:32:58, ended on 4th March 2015, 17:46:57 seconds. There were 6,656 successful transactions, 80 failed transactions, still a prepaid number, and the handset used was a Samsung GTE 2220 Texto.
Triple what? 2220 text. Kuthiwa lapha ngomhla ka 19 kuSeptember ukuyofika ngomhla ka 4 kuMarch 2015. Kuthiwa lapha ke iMZI yayisafana kodwa iMEI yayisihlukile. iMEI kwaku 3597 9605 029790. iMZI yayisafana ke futhi ke ngalelo langa ke kuthiwa ama-call enziwa kwayinkulungwane eziyisithupha khula ayisithupha nemashumi amane nesikhombisa akwazi ukuthi bakwazi ukuxhumana. Amashumi ayisishiyagalombili kona bazange bakwazi ukuthi baqhumake. Kwakusetshenziswa i-prepaid, and futhi ke lapha kwakusetshenziswa ifoni okuyi-Samsung uhlobo GTE 3330.
And then on page 7.
On page 7, the MSISDN remains the same. The IMEI number has changed to 3524 2605 76.
Can you start again, but a bit slow?
Okay. I shall repeat the IMEI number: 3524 2605 05769197. IMSI remains the same. Start date 14 November 2014. 11:29:47. Ends on 12 January 2015 at 12:05:12 seconds. 141 successes, 2 failed. Prepaid number, handset use was the Nokia X2-01.
Tshware lapha ke ngomhla ka-14 kuNovember 2014 ukuyofika umhla ka-12 January 2015. Mhla ka-14 kuNovember isikhathi kwa-11:29:47 kuyofika mhla ka-12 January 2015 isikhathi kwa-12:05 12 seconds. Kuthiwa ke la IMSI number kwakuseyiyo leyo kodwa I-mean number yesihlukile esu-3524 2665 769197. IMSI ke kwakuseyiyona leya eyazwayo. Kuthiwa ke amakhola akwazi ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi aqhumane kwamakhola ayi-141 and amabili ke ehluleka kwakusetshenziswa i-prepaid i-handset ke esetshenziswa ngaleso sikhathi kwakuyi-Nokia X2-01.
The following entry, MSISDN remains the same. IMEI number has changed to 3586 3404 85 2856. IMSI remains the same. Start date is 25 November 2014. Time 16:22:49 seconds. Ends at 30 November 2014 at 09:04:28 seconds. There were 95 successful activities and 0 failed. It remains a prepaid number and has been used with a Nokia 1616.
Tshware in lo kulandelayo ke IMSDA iseyiyo isafana IMSI isafana ukuthi ayime isihlulekile manje seku 3586 3404 85 2856 kwakumhla ka 25 kuNovember 2014 ngesikhathi sika 16:42:29 seconds kuyofika mhla 30 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi kwa 09:04:28 uthiwa kwaba namakholi mashumi ayisishiyagalolunye nanhlanu akwazi ukuthi asebenze kodwa akubanga ke necall engakwazi ukuthi engakwazanga ukuthi ingene lapho ke kwakusetshenziswa yona ke iprepaid umakhalekhukhwini osetshenziswa kuyi-Nokia 1616.
The last entry, the MSISDN remains the same. The IMEI has, however, changed again. The number is 3567 2305 562396. The IMSI remains the same. The start date is 7 December 2014 at 13:49:24 seconds. Ends on 9th December 2014 at 05:19:20 seconds. There were 18 successes, 0 failed, remains a prepaid number, and a Nokia 306 Asher was used.
Kuthiwa lana ke ogcina ke IMS ISDN isafana IMA isihlukile manje sokuthi 3567 2305 562396 twa imzi nayo isafana kwakungumhla ka7 kuDisemba 2014 lapho ke isikhathi kwaku 134924 kuyophela iyogcina ngumhla ka9 kuDisemba 2014 isikhathi kwaku 05 19 and 22nd twa kwaba namakhola amakhulu ayisishiyagalombili neshumi nesishiyagalombili asebenza ayikho ikhole engakwazanga ukuthi ingene lapho kusetshenziswa ke iprepaid usetshenziswa amakhukhwini Nokia 306.
Okay. Now, in a simple language, when you say the IMEI number changes and the IMSI number remain unchanged, what do you mean?
It means that the same SIM card was inserted into different or numerous other handsets.
Manje machaza umuthi IMSI number IMS IDN ayishintshe kodwa IMEI number iyashintsha uchaza ukuthini ke ngamafupha sithi cha kusho ukuthi ke kuthakhishwa ke iSIM card iloku ifakwa komakhalekhukhwini abahlukile kodwa kuseyiyona leyo SIM card.
From where we started, are you able to count how many devices were used?
Athe ngabe kusetshenziswa amakhalekhukhwini abangaki lapha?
5.
Bangabe isihlanu.
Thank you. And then are you able to tell the usage of each device from the start date to the end date? How long was each device used?
Ngawazi ukuchaza ukuthi imakhalekhukhwini lawa asetshenziswa isikhathi esingakanani ukusuka eqaleni kuyofika egcineni.
On the first two on page 6, there was fairly less usage, which was 9 and 7 respectively as successes. Thereafter, the last entry on page 6, the period was much longer and there were over 6,000 successful activities. Moving on to page 7, for the time period, there was between November and January only 141 successes with 2 failures. This middle entry, looking at the period that started November and ended 5 days later, 95 entries, which was also busy. The last entry, December 7th to 9th, in a matter of 2 days, 18 activities, which were successful. So they were fairly busy.
Hala kuyabonakala ukuthi hayi babe matasa impela ngoba kuthiwa ngasekuqaleni kuyabonakala ukuthi kwaba nokuxhumana ngathi isishagalolunye futhi kwaphinda baqhumana isikhathi ezisikhombisa kodwa masise ngasemaphethelweni yabonakala ukuthi kwaba ngaphezulu kweinkulungwane eziyisithupha beqhumana ukushituka kusetshenzwa kakhulu lapha ku page 7 yabonakala ukuthi ngomhla 7 uNovember bayakwazi ukuxhumana izihlande ezingaba ikhulu namashumi nanye lapha ngoDisemba kuyabonakala ukuthi nakhona kwakuneshumi nesishiyagalombili lokuthi bathintana.
And then now on page 6, the last entry, can you estimate in terms of month the usage of that handset?
So that was a period of 7 months.
Athe lapha ekhasini lesithupha yabonakala ukuthi kwasetshenziswa lokhu izinyanga ezisikhombisa.
Now let's move to the GPRS stream on page 7.
Athi siyohlola ke lapha uhlelo GPRS ekhasini number 7.
Let's start with the usage on the 13th of June 2014.
Under the GPRS data, we find that the MSISDN remains the same.
Ngaphansi kwe-GPRS data ngomhla ka-13 ku-June 2014, tuyabona ikala ukuthi MSISDN kuseyiyo.
The IMEI number reflecting there is 3519
I-IMEI ebhaliwe lapho ku-3519
7205
7205
4252
4252
13. The IMSI remains the same.
I-IMSI yona ayihlukile
6550
6550
1224
1224
9151
9151
373.
373.
The date is 13 June 2014.
Kwamhla 13 kuJune 2014.
Time 19:37:15 seconds. 19:37:15 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 1937 and imizuzwana eyu15.
End date is 29 July
Yagcina ngomhla 29 kuJuly
2014.
2014.
17:05:23 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 17:05 no23 second.
9 successes.
Kwabuqhunyana isikhathi ezishagalolunye.
Can you explain this 9 successes? What is it exactly?
GPRS is internet usage.
Nje makhulunywa ngo-GPRS ukuthi yayisetshenziswa sikhulunywa ngokuthi kwakusetshenziswa i-internet.
0 failures.
Akukho lapho okwahluleka engakwazanga ukuxhumana khona.
Prepaid number.
I-prepaid number yakhona.
A Nokia 111 was used.
Kwakusetshenziswa i-Nokia 111.
The next one.
Elandelayo.
MSISDN remains the same.
MSISDN iseyiyona ayiguqukanga.
The IMEI number is 3567
I-IMEI 3567
2305
2305
0644
0644
28. No changes to the IMSI.
IMSI nayo ayizange iguquke.
Start date is 17/09/2014.
Usuku waqalwa ngaloko mhla 17 enyangeni kaSeptember ku-2014.
Time 20:59:53 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 20:59:53 second.
Ending time is 16/10/2014.
Isikhathi ke sokugcina kwakuyilo lolu suku mhla 16 enyangeni kaOctober 2014.
20:29:39 seconds was the time.
Isikhathi kwaku 20:29:39
And
imizuzwana.
it remains a prepaid number.
Sasetshenziswa i-prepaid futhi.
Nokia 306 Asha used.
Kwasetshenziswa ke i-Nokia 306 Asha.
Thereafter,
Emva kwalokho
the IMEI number changes again.
i-IMEI yaphinde yashintsha.
3597
3597
9605
9605
0297
0297
90.
90.
IMSI remains the same.
I-IMSI isalokhu injalo.
Start date is 19/09/2014.
Isuku kwakungumhla ka-19/09 2014.
Start time is 19:59:02.
Isikhathi ke kwaku 19:59:02.
End time is 01 03-2015.
Isikhathi kagcina ngaso kwakuwumhla ka-1 ku-March 2015.
Time ends at 10:23:10 seconds.
Isikhathi kabagcina ngaso u-10:23 imizuzwana eyishumi.
Successes is 1,430. 1430.
Kusho ukuthi ke bakwazi ukuxhumana izikhathi eziyinkulungwane.
No failures.
Inkathi abaxhumana ngazo eziyinkulungwane amashumi amane amakhulu amane nemashumi amathathu akuzange kube nesikhathi la kwahluleka khona ukuthi baxhumane.
A Samsung GTE 2220 texto was used.
Wasetshenziswa ke uhlobo lwe Samsung GTE texto.
The following entry,
Isikhathi esilandelayo ke
MSISDN remains the same.
MSISDN ayiguqukanga.
IMEI number changes to 3524.
I number iyashintsha ke lapha 3524
2605
2605
7691
7691
97.
97.
No changes to the IMSI.
Nayi imzi nayo ayishintshanga.
Start date 14 November 2014.
Usuku aqala ngalo kwawumhla 14 kuNovember 2014.
11:22:28 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 11:22:28 umzuzwana.
Ends at 12:01 2015.
12:01 2015.
Yes.
Bathi bagcina ngomhla ka-12 kuJanuary 2015.
At 12:31:44 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 12:31:44 umzuzwana.
Remains a prepaid number.
Nakhona kusasetshenziswa i-prepaid.
51 successes.
Bakwazi ukuxhumana isikhathi ezamashumi amahlanu nanye.
0 failures.
Akukho la behluleka khona ukuxhumana.
Nokia X2-01 used.
Kwakusetshenziswa lapha Nokia X2-01.
The last entry,
Yokugcina ke
the IMEI number has changed.
i-IMEI number isishintshile ke.
3567
Isi 3567
2305
2305
5623
5623
96.
96.
IMSI remains the same.
Imzi iseyiyona
It remains to be a prepaid number
setshenziswa futhi i-prepaid.
used from 7 December 2014,
Isiqale ukusetshenziswa mhla 7 kuDisemba 2014.
13:51:15 seconds.
Isikhathi kwaku 13:51 how many seconds?
15 seconds.
Nemizuzwana eyo-15.
Ends 8 December 2014.
Phela ngomhla 8 December 2014.
Time 16:31:44 seconds.
Isikhathi yagcina ngo 16:31:44 umzuzwana.
The handset used was the Nokia 306 Asher.
Umakhalekhukhwini asetshenziswa kwakuyi-Nokia 306 Asher.
Yes, God bless. My Lord, I will request that we take this short adjournment at this stage, just to allow the witness time also to relax. 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes.